My 25M girlfriend, 25F, has given up on her career after I became a millionaire. How do I tell her this won't work out? Backstory: I met my girlfriend Kylie, fake name, in community college 7 years ago. We became really close friends and started dating 2 years later. At the time she wanted to be a nurse, which was great. She was really passionate about it, and I fully supported her. I ended up transferring to a 4-year university and earning my MBA. Kylie supported me emotionally the entire time through school, which I'm grateful for. Kylie's parents ended up cutting her off financially because of her spending habits. She ended up taking a year off to work to help her with her bills. In the meantime, I invested all my savings, time, and energy into a startup platform with my best friend in the automotive industry. Earlier this year, we were bought out for a life-changing amount of money. We were both kept on as consultants with a high-paying salary as well. Kylie had kept her job at the jewelry store this entire time. After the buyout, she told me she was handing her 2 weeks in. I offered to pay for her school and expenses. At first, she was excited to go back and earn her nursing degree. I ended up purchasing a condo for us to live in, big step up from our apartment, close to her school. Over the weekend we were talking, and she threw out the fact that she wasn't sure about wanting to go back to school, and that she could be a stay-at-home wife. We're not married. I didn't say anything in the moment because I wasn't sure on how to respond. Part of what attracted me to her in the first place was her ambition. It just doesn't sit right with me that she quit her job and career goals after I came into money. Her shopping, spending has also gone up. She's been looking at new cars. I could be overreacting, but something just doesn't seem right. I still love her and want it to work out, but I don't like this new side of her I'm seeing. Now for the update. First, I would like to thank everyone for their time and advice. I truly appreciate everyone's input. I had a serious conversation with my girlfriend Kylie about our future Thursday night. I told her that she needed to figure out a plan for the future, whether that finding a job or going back to school. I told her if she goes back to school, I would support her financially, including paying for her degree. I told her I would give her until December to figure out her plan. She ended up getting really defensive and told me that she's the reason I'm in the position where I am in life. She said that I should pay for her lifestyle since she was there from the start. Then she proceeded to tell me that she wasted 5 years of her life with me. She told me that she could have been married and had a family by now. I was shocked, because I've never seen the side of her. She was having a complete meltdown. I ended the conversation by telling her I tried my best to make this relationship work, but it won't work like this. Unlike her, I come from a very middle-class family. Both of my parents had jobs and contributed to the house. It was like she was completely a different person. That's when I realized that the money had really changed her. I basically told her that I had a business trip she knew about already, and when I get back on Tuesday to have all your stuff moved and give a mutual friend I trust the keys. I canceled her credit card the same night. The car she currently drives has $6,000 left on the loan. Luckily the car is in her name, so I'm not responsible for it. I've been making the payments on it for her for the last 6 months. Also, I don't feel too bad like I'm kicking her to the streets since her parents would never let her be homeless. Fast forward to Friday, her sister called me a few times and I ignored it, but then decided to answer since they were inside my condo. Sister basically told me that Kylie has been crying the whole day and wanted to work things out. I told her it was too far gone for repair. Then today her best friend called me wanting to know if I was able to meet for some drinks, which I thought was odd. Her best friend told me that she has some things to show me which were causing her to lose sleep. I told her that I would think about it, but honestly I don't care at this point. Finding out about whatever Kylie did behind my back would just cause more pain. When I get back I'm going to put the condo back on the market, because I have no use for it anymore. I honestly have no interest in dating anymore. It's way too difficult for me to see the true intentions in people. Thanks again for all the help and support. This will probably be the end of this post, hopefully. Side note: I had a lot of questions about Kylie running over her friend. I didn't know Kylie when this happened. Kylie originally spent her first semester of college at a private university. Kylie told me she accidentally put the car in drive instead of reverse and ended hitting the friend. Kylie was super apologetic, and the friend forgave her on the spot. Then the friend's mom found out about her daughter being hit by a car. They did research and learned that Kylie's dad is a big-time CEO of a major corporation, and decided to sue her parents. The lawsuit was settled outside of court between Kylie's parents and the friend for $250K. Kylie had to leave the private college after that and join me since her parents wanted her living back at home. I don't think it was intentional on Kylie's part honestly, but then again I saw a different side of her for the first time in 7 years of knowing her. Story 2. I, 29F, am seriously considering leaving my husband, 34M, with a 4-month-old. I never thought I'd be in this situation, but here I am, feeling completely lost and heartbroken. I'm seriously considering leaving my husband, and I just need to vent or get some advice. I know I'm not perfect, but I've done everything I can to be a good mom and wife. I went back to work full-time and often work late into the night, yet I still do my best to feed my baby, spend quality time with her, and wake up for her at night. On top of that, I'm dealing with emotional pain from my parents' marriage. My father has always treated my mother poorly, and it's devastating to see. I promised myself I'd never let myself end up in a similar situation. But here I am, I married someone who speaks to me so rudely and even curses at me. During our last argument, he went as far as telling me that my daughter will hate me like everyone else, and even called me ugly as F***. Those words cut so deep. Hate is a big word, and I don't think I know anyone who truly hates me. In fact, I can't think of anyone who does. The way he said it made me realize that's probably a feeling he has inside toward me, and he just let it out in that cruel way. I believe only someone who hates you can say something that vile. I've rarely experienced hatred in my life, but for the first time, I'm starting to understand what it feels like with my own husband. The thought that one day my daughter might understand and witness her father treating me this way gives me chills. I've worked so hard my entire life, academically and professionally, to achieve the things I have today, yet when it comes to my personal life, I feel like I've completely failed. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. I've forgiven him many times, first because I was pregnant, and now because we have a baby. But with every argument, I fall more and more out of love. I can feel the day coming when I won't be able to take it anymore. I don't want to give up too soon, but I also don't want to stay in a situation that feels so toxic and unhealthy, for me and my daughter. Has anyone been through something similar? How do you even start figuring out what to do next? I feel like I've tried everything, but nothing changes. Any advice would mean the world to me. Thank you. Story 3. My mom broke my phone over me looking for a youth group center in my area. Hi, I'm typing this from my computer since I no longer have my phone. I was looking for a youth group to go to, mostly to get out more, talk more and have fun with people who understand me. I found an LGBT youth group in my area and put it in my bookmarks. This was late at night, so I decided to just turn it off, plug it in and go to bed. I guess my mom checked my phone early that morning, before she went to work, since, when I woke up she was sitting in my office chair just kind of looking at me. I could tell she wasn't happy at all. When I asked her what was wrong, she opened my phone to the youth group and slammed it onto my desk. It wasn't broken yet, but it had jolted me awake. I tried to explain to her why I wanted to join, said that I wanted to get out more, learn some more things, make some more friends. But she didn't listen. She was saying that I just wanted to join for the gay crap, and that I wanted to rebel against her, going on and on about how I was being indoctrinated and that if I just went to insert church name S group I would be happier. For more context, I didn't want to be in that church group for multiple reasons. I went to that church group years ago when I was 9, and most of it was just them getting mad at me for nothing, saying I was being rude, not listening, etc. I did listen and wrote down what I needed to, since there was a workbook they would give us. It felt like they would just get me in trouble just to get me in trouble. I had asked to go somewhere else years ago, but my parents didn't take me out of it until I was 11. Now they want to send me back, even though they know how miserable I was the last time. I had to explain why I didn't want to go again, but she got mad and said, "Fine. You want to keep watching that confusing nonsense, then you won't have a phone to watch it on then." She was going to take off with my phone, but I just grabbed it out of instinct since I need that phone to communicate with my teachers, plus I use it for my photography class. If I didn't have it, then my grades would drop badly since I would have to find another way to take pictures. My mom's reaction to this was to throw my phone onto the floor and then step on it with her shoes multiple times like it was on fire or something. So now I have no phone. Interesting start to the new year, I guess.